Welcome, Harris County High School playoff action here in the girls soccer. Harris County hosting Jackson out of Atlanta. The Jaguars coming down. Thank you, Coach Renner. So we got some roster. Here's some Mertz trying to get a goal. Coming in, Rick Beach, Ethan Pettit here on Kudzu Sports on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. So now Jackson's trying to get the ball back. And Harris kind of have none of it. Mertz staying in control. Trying to get to Bailey Hetzel. Bailey with 21 goals this season. Aubrey kicks it. Curves too much. Nice play right there with a goalie from Maynard Jackson. Jackson, the 3 seed here. That ball goes out. So, Ethan, what's the excitement level about now with this playoffs getting underway for spring sports?
Yeah, I think everyone's really excited about this, and decent crowd for soccer tonight for the playoffs, and a lot of people are excited for it.
Yes, especially with the weather kind of coming in doubt. We got our roster set up now. We're good to go. We see Maynard Jackson. The turnover is KP McClung's got it. Ethan, I know you're familiar with KP from her flag football this season. She gets it down there to Caitlin Riley. Long pass to Bailey, misses. Ball goes rolling on the track. They got to round another one up. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, or be sure to follow Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Kudzu Sports on Facebook. So we're doing the Facebook for the size of these games. Ethan, we got to put it on both platforms. Applegate with it. Throws it over the Jane Riley. It goes out. You got the 3-man official, or 3-person official crew today. You know what else they added, Ethan? A flag. So now we really know what's going on possession-wise. Regular season, you don't get all that action.
It's a lot better for us, too, up here to see.
Absolutely. It's hard to see sometimes with the quick point of the finger on possession. Now we got it going. Looks like it's Mertz fighting for it. Goes back to Maynard Jackson. Harris County had their first year in Region 3, dropping down to 4A from the 5A that they was in. And just here comes, looks like Audrey Craighead had the shot. Couldn't get it. Applegate, what a save. Maynard Jackson was coming in and trying to get the first goal of the game, and freshman with a big save right there. Yeah, I was saying this is our first year in this region, and I really like the competitive balance in the region you see. And, you know, we've seen some teams in the past where they're not a competitive team in any sport. And then you come this year, and, you know, maybe Jonesboro didn't put up as much of a fight in basketball, but they were a heck of a football team.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of these schools is just, you know, same thing with Griffin, maybe didn't put up a fight in football, but their basketball team was really good. So I was really happy with the region that we got put in, and just overall, how'd you feel about this year one in Region 3?
I thought it was great, you know, and you don't want to have every game be a blowout, you know, even if you're on the winning side of it.
Yeah.
It just gets, you know, even as a coach, you know, you want to be able to have the experience for your players to be able to, you know, in a close game, be able to coach them through it, or even after a loss, be able to, you know, see how they deal with it.
Yeah. And you need that adversity. I mean, it helps. And, you know, of course, Northside came with us. They dropped to 4A with us and stayed in the same region. So it's fun that you got to keep that rivalry alive, and that it's a region game makes that rivalry. There's a ball goes out. You know, keeping that, it keeps it, you know, if you take it to the college level, oh, right off the head on the inbound throw, you got, the Iron Bowl is huge because it's in the state.
Yeah.
Georgia, Florida is huge because it's, bordering states, it's, rival schools, but it's bigger because it's a conference game. And that's how Northside, keeping that a region game meant a whole lot because it just adds that rivalry. It's important for region staying. It's not just rivalry staying. So it's fun that they got to go with us. Now we get to see Bailey. No, I'm sorry, that's Riley with it. Caitlin Riley throws it. That gets intercepted. Estes comes in there. County going to throw it in. Boys in action on the road tomorrow night. Boys soccer as well. Baseball playoffs get started up against Pace Academy up in Atlanta tomorrow. And then Thursday, start of spring football and the IF game for Harris County Baseball. So super busy week. Is a long kick. Thought she was just trying to set it up. That ball about went in. Nice kick by Estes.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens this week, even through soccer and baseball, and see how spring practices start for football as well.
Yes. It's crazy to think I know the kids get excited. That was intercepted. The kids, getting excited down at the school with the end of the year coming.
Yeah.
But, for us, and, broadcasting side of it. And for you, I know you're excited about the summer coming up.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of bittersweet. Like, this could be the last broadcast of the 24-25 school year.
Yeah.
And it's been a heck of a run this year with the amount of games we did. It's a good competition right here. There's going to be a whistle. Well, they got pulled down to the ground. So with all the games we've done, this is the third playoff game we've had the privilege to broadcast out on YouTube and Facebook. We did softball as well as basketball, which nice play Applegate to hug that ball and take it over here. Remember, basketball was a 1-4. We got upset, so that's why you can't sleep on these, 2-3 matchup.
Yeah.
Marker coming up, big kick over the middle still. Looks like Natalie Harms got that ball for Jackson. It booms down to the other end. Maynard Jackson going to inbound the ball the far. Harris kind of like to get this ball. You always get nervous when the ball's on this end of the field. And they got it to the right one there. As Kennedy Miller gets it out to Mertz. Mertz and Miller can both fly. Good job, Aubrey, keeping it in. And here comes Kennedy, but Maynard Jackson going to get it and boot it out. Nice play right there by Caitlin Parent. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong row. That was Audrey Martin. Excel file got the other side to Seward. Seward led the team in assists.
Always get nervous watching these games when both of them are kicking for a ball and they're so close together. I know they have those shin guards on, but it's still, if they both make contact, that could hurt.
Yeah, bone to bone. Here comes Kennedy Miller again. You see a lot more contact than you expect to see out here in soccer. Applegate comes way out of her normal territory. I guess she was getting bored down there with the ball being on the other end. Still scoreless here in County. About 12 minutes into the game, I think. Big scoreboard being down. Have to look across the way when photographers aren't standing in the way of the clock. Field, stop play. Now we're back underway. I will say this, Ethan. Today, I'm a big fan of the flags. I know we mentioned earlier. I like that going on. Katie Widener in there with the ball. She kicks it over to. Looked like she was trying to get it to Hetzel. STs. Over to Ramsey Jolly. Ram powerful leg. See, Harris County's gonna have to do some passing to get it towards that goal. They're not gonna be able to just run up and down the field. Like, nice effort right there by Markert to get that ball back over to Widener. Let's see if the Tigers can push it down there. They can't, and that's gonna be. Substitution going on. It's like Chloe Cole coming into the game for Harris County. She's got electric speed. It's fun to see when she gets the ball. Looked like an aggressive takedown right there by Jackson.
Yeah.
As Soul Frady gets called for it. There's Jane. She's going for Chloe and missed as they're trying to get the ball to her right away. And you get Cole and Hetzel on that field together. Love watching them run back and forth as KP kept that one back on county possession. The ball rolls out. We mentioned spring sports here in the playoffs and exciting for them, but fall sports, not just football coming up. You got tryouts for softball in a couple weeks. Then the week after that, you got tryouts for flag football coming up. So just because the school year is coming to an end don't mean the sports and all overall are coming to an end for sure. Maynard Jackson doing a good job of keeping that ball really out of, scored territory for Harris County, and the ball's kind of staying in, pretty much like no man's land in the middle of the field. And I think, for a team, say like Maynard Jackson, when you're on the road in the playoffs, your goal would be just keep the score close and give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
You know, don't let the home team get a big run, a big momentum.
Yeah.
And they're doing a good job early on of doing that.
I was checking the forecast, so some rain is expected here soon. So it'd be nice to get a goal early before the rain comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. As we've seen up here early this year, we sat through a rain game and just the scoring, as you'd expect, not really there. So if you can get a goal here in the sunshine. There's Chloe coming in there. And let's see if they get to it. Riley, looks like she got pushed right there, and the ball goes out. It's going to stay county possession. See Mertz inbounding it. We'll see if there's a substitution. There is. See Ram getting in there as it goes out, and it'll go to stay with Jackson's. Ram was trying to get that ball out of the sideline and get it back in the field. Here comes Kennedy with it. He gets it to Riley, and Aubrey can go down this side. She tries to lead Chloe. Goes a little too much. And Maynard Jackson still has it. That goalie going to the other side of the field to do the kick. Here we go here in that middle again, Ethan. Right here in that middle of the field, kind of that no man's land.
Yeah.
Jane Riley going to have to chase that one down and boots it out. Throw in right to County, and it goes out again. Going to stay with Jackson. So we'll try a third time on the inbound, and that's going to get a whistle. Well, like I said, Chloe pushed her from behind on that one. Maya Delp going to kick this one in. These are always get you on the edge of your seat. Let's go curve. Applegate has it. She rolls it back out. Let's see if Harris County can transition to offense quickly here. Kennedy's coming across midfield. Going to lead Bailey out. Bailey has it. Hetzel stops with it. Nice ball control. Kennedy kicks it. Nice save right there. That's how fast the soccer. You went from saving a goal down here to Applegate rolled it out, and County right back getting a shot on goal. Here we go again. Markert kicks it in between. He'll just roll out the back of field. See the track stuff out. Region championships are Wednesday. Track opens at 8:30 a.m. Don't worry, Ethan will be in class. You won't. We're not gonna have an intern up here checking that. We don't need nobody saying that the Kudzu intern ain't doing the school. He'll be in school. That's the number one priority for us up here. But the participants won't be. This track has the region championship. Coach Nesbitt's team is having an incredible season. I guess the little flop worked. That's kind of a trademark of soccer.
Yeah.
And if you get touched a little bit, you want to flop down. That ball comes in. See if Estes can cut it off. She's still fighting it. Her and Olivia Henry were really going. The ball goes out. They're going to let Applegate inbound. It's going to be Harris County ball. And again, it's Aubrey. Nice play right there by Henry getting the ball from her. Oh, that had to be Ramsey Jolly. That was Ramsey. Anytime you see one of the girls just throwing her body in front of the ball, that's going to be Ram. Because Marker trying to get it to Aubrey. And now it's going to be.
Ooh.
Oh, a shot down on the goalie as Olivia Henry ran into Applegate. It's got the fans up in arms. And there's going to be a yellow card on Olivia Henry. Looks like they want to line the ball up more. Estes got it set up now. We can rock and roll back in action. There's a long kick. And Kennedy comes in right up the middle. She leads out. I guess the ball went out. Rick Beach, Ethan Pettit, and as always, our trusty Tyler Dykes up here with us. Playoff action here in Hamilton. Number 2 team in the region 3, Harris County Lady Tigers playing number 3 in region 4. Maynard Jackson Lady Jaguars. As here comes Jane Riley. It's going to stay county ball. And Ethan, really, when we start getting down here, start getting excited because we know this Harris County offense is liable to explode.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen it a lot of times this year. So every time they get into that offensive end, it looks pretty promising.
Yeah. Ramsey gets the stop. Seward down there on the sideline, really fighting. No stoppage there. Incidental contact. And the ball goes out. Long kick off the head of the Maynard Jackson, almost went to a self goal. There's a Nice kick by the goalie. Get it out to midfield. That's where Maynard Jackson has it. Applegate going to be more than happy to get to that one, and she kicks it down to the side. Aubrey tries to get it. She got it under control. Now Jane Riley, Caitlin Riley has it. She booms it down the middle. Let's see if somebody get there. Seward is trying. And the goalie came running way out of position. She has to hustle back, and she does. It looked like Grace was going to be able to steal a goal when that goalie came out like that.
Yeah, that was huge. They very well could have came out of there with a goal there. Another thing, we praise the offense so much, but the defense has been great too. I mean, they've held Jackson to what, maybe 1 or 2 shots on goal, if that.
Yeah, good point. This defense playing great. The shout out to the back end of it. See Kayla Estes and Ramsey Jolly back there. There's Aubrey trying to get the ball back. She has Caitlin Riley over there by her. Markert comes over to it. Aubrey keeps it in bounds and booted out by Maynard Jackson. That was Pepper Buttle. The ink started running out on one row of the lines we're looking at. There's a nice kick by Markert. Couldn't get the. I think that was KP kicking it down here. Nice play right there by Bailey. Shoots it, and it's going to be out. Couldn't get in. I thought it was going in on the after the save. Took a couple bounces and just went to the or right there left of the goal. Here's going to Grace. Kicks it up. Goalie dropped it after.
Yeah, it could have been dangerous there. She dropped it.
Yeah, that was. Here comes Ramsey chasing it down, and Kennedy, nice play right there. You talk about that defense, man, they really are standing up. About 10 minutes left here in the first half. Still no score. Which, Ethan, you would have to think, being a playoff game, you know, you expect a low-scoring game, so it's kind of staying true to what it is. But Harris County getting a lot more shots on goal, just not able to punch it in.
Yeah. More opportunities, too. They've had a couple times where they could have gotten out, there with the goal, but
the hammer, you just keep hitting it, eventually it'll fall in.
Yeah.
You just keep shooting getting the shots on goal, eventually one's going to go in. As Applegate's going to get to show off her leg, it looks like. Better hurry. Olivia Henry just kept coming in there. County going to get the inbound this one. Kicks down here. I'd like to thank Harris County Athletic Director Mindy Johnson for all her help this season and everything she does, and she does such a fine job, and then you can't thank her without thanking her staff, the assistant ads, the seasonal, some of them, but KB, Coach Bradley's just been phenomenal as usual. She's not coaching a great tennis team, winter sports as well, but all the coaches do a great job. But the leader, Mindy Johnson, MJ, just a great job by her. And saying that, the administration up here, Miss Snyder, very, she supports all the athletics, and seeing her up here comes Harris County trying to get it back down there, and just nothing really doing when they get it. Yeah, Miss Snyder is always supportive. You see her all the time at these events. So I'd like to thank both of them all season long for their support of Kudzu Sports and Georgia Alabama Sports Live. See Margaret trying to get it in there. You got Chloe still down there. Kick it towards the middle. Estes heads it over the midfield. Now we're back there. She kicks it with her foot. I'm trying to get Chloe involved. Chloe Cole has it over there. Nothing going, but Miller comes, cleans it up. Going to get it to Bailey, and nothing doing. It looked like Bailey was finally going to get that one-on-one with a goalie. Margaret with the kick, and it's going to bounce right into the goalie's hands. We've seen earlier this year, them kicks like that, you think they're just throw them in there, but sometimes they're short hop that goalie and, shoot right by her.
I don't know if you could feel like if one of these girls can really get into one over here, may just get through.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and then you think back to that corner kick we saw earlier where it just went right through her hands.
Yeah.
And it's like, if the girls are paying a little bit more attention and expecting it, they can punch it in. And now, the more often it happens, the more they can expect it. Another substitution is Isabella Hastings is going out. Trying to get a number on who came in for. Looks like Ramsey Jolly, so they must have just got out to get a shot of water and catch her breath. Back underway. You can see Harris County wants to get it to Bailey Hetzel, one of the top scorers in the region. Probably up for Region Player of the Year. You have to imagine with 21 goals on the season.
Yeah.
Estes got it. She's going to get it to Chloe Cole. Back over to Aubrey. Henry kicks it down there. That's going down the side. Estes going to cut it off. Audrey Craighead has that one go out of bounds off her foot. The Lady Tigers again with the ball down here on this side. Let her get them a little bit further in there. And that side of the field. Caitlin Riley with it. She's going to try to get it. She can't get it before it goes out. We're already under 5 minutes till halftime. Still no score in this round one playoff game. And then earlier when we were saying, knowing you're one mistake away from trailing the game that you've pretty much had, you're winning the shots on goal, but that don't matter on the scoreboard. Chloe Cole trying to get something going. Chloe's speed is what we always talk about, and her ball handling is very, very well too. Harris County passing it around, trying to create some kind of mismatch. And I thought that was going to be it. It wasn't. Aubrey lays it over there and nobody there to pin down. KP coming up the sideline. She'll get to throw this one in. McClung, one of the seniors on this team. Jane Riley got it. Let's see if they can get something going as we're under 2 minutes till the half. Seward coming up. Grace going to throw it out there to Bailey. Leads her a little too much. Bailey chasing it down. She's over in the corner. She gets it back out to Grace. Here's kind of got to hit attack mode as we're at a minute and a half till the break, and it's going to be Maynard Jackson coming away with it. Jane Riley playing some defense. Harris County's got the numbers down there. You see about 5 girls trying to defend them 3, but good defense. And Jackson keeping the ball right here. This is getting in that territory like we were talking about when it's a scoreless game. You're, approaching the 45-second. This is going to be County inbound in this. We're trying to wrap up this first half. She's going to lead her a little too much. Chloe could get to it. Harris County might have something. Let's see. Cole has it. She gets over to Worth. The clock running down. I look at the kids and I look over at the clock. That's it. Under 15. KP flying downfield with the ball. She's trying to get it to Aubrey, and it's going to go out the back, and it'll be Maynard Jackson ball, and that'll be a halftime. And there's the whistle. And we go to the half. Ethan didn't expect to see this. 0-0 at halftime real quick. As they say, the rain's approaching. We'll have to take care of a matter of business real quick. The commitment of the GHSA corporate partners positively impacts all state athletic championships. We would like to request that we read this. So, the Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 19 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net. Follow @officialGHSA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for the valuable support of high school athletics and activities. Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Gatorade, Wilson, BSN Sports, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Atlanta Braves, Subway, Sport Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. So, and I'd like to thank GHSA for allowing us the opportunity to do this. It's pretty cool. Having it 3 times this season is pretty cool that we get that, and it's an honor that we carry it. Georgia Alabama Sports Live and at Kudzu Sports, especially with 3 Harris County events. But we go to halftime. Tyler's going to throw the sponsors on the board, and we'll see y'all here just a little bit as we get the second half scoreless here in the county. And welcome back to Tiger Stadium, Danny Durham Field, Harris County High School, home of the Lady Tigers tonight. As a scoreless first half against Maynard Jackson, Rick Beach, and Ethan Pettit with you. Ethan, that first half, we were talking at halftime.
Mm-hmm. But always fun to see some competition as well.
Absolutely, and we did mention over there to the goalie. But now is the second half, and it is a playoff game, and you know, you don't want to give yourself
in a lot of
always something nerve-wracking to play. Always something nerve-wracking to playoffs is Harris County athletic trainer Miss Maddie runs out there, and she does a phenomenal job with these athletes. You see her at every event. She has a little golf cart some days because we have baseball, soccer, tennis going, and Maddie was taking care of everything. We always would joke at baseball. Every time Maddie's not there, when somebody get injured.
Yeah.
And she said soccer's like football. That's the sport you got to be at because the injuries can happen.
Yeah.
At a higher rate. And we're back in action here. And Maynard Jackson trying to just play keep away. And now they kick it down to the Harris County defenses. Jane missed the headbutt there with the ball, and it's going to go over towards the side. Kayla was trying to keep it in.
Looks like these teams are going to luck out. I just checked the weather again now. No rain is forecasted.
No rain, so that's good to know. And here comes KP. So we're going to play some defense down here, and he's going to say Jackson ball, and we're where you don't really want to be right now because when they inbound it, you can set up all kind of plays off the inbound.
Yeah, for sure.
Dump it off.
Yeah.
Caitlin gets it over to McClung. She's going to nice ball movement here. KP trying to get it to Bailey. Markert has it. Caitlin. I think that's Grubb in the game up top. Olivia Grubb. With the teal turquoise looking shoes. The whistle on the field. Let's see what that was. Oh, they didn't reset after the ball went out. The ball gets by. Here comes Bailey. Hetzel has it. She's coming down the side. She's got Caitlin Riley gets a goal. And Ethan, you can see that one slowly but setting up.
Yeah, what a goal there for Harris County this point in the game. That's huge. They had, struggles trying to get the ball in. They had plenty of opportunities in the first half, but finally they can get one to go in.
Yeah, it's all started with a little took it down, and everybody went to her. She got out to Grace, and Grace, we mentioned her leading the team in assist, and who better to get the assist right there if she got it over to Caitlin and here in the second half. Off of your, especially really going to crank the pressure up as that clock dwindles. You got to think now, Maynard Jackson, even though we just started here in the second half, they're going to be looking at that clock.
Yeah.
Because we've seen how this Harris County offense, what it does, they just keep possession. Just the passes and just long possessions. And now they're really going to want to crank that up. playoff soccer here, GHSA, underway this week. We mentioned the Harris County boys will be at Midtown. Midtown, the 1 seed, or region champion, rather. Harris County coming the 4th in region. But, hey, we mentioned the basketball this season. Harris County found out firsthand, being that finished first, their team will look to do the same tomorrow night. There's Bailey with a long kick. Goes high. I mean, in so many games this year, in that 2-point range. And I think the game that threw that off was a 3-point loss to Northside. And that game was tied. Have a great chance at upsetting Midtown. And also the great equalizer that Harris County could have on their team, on their side tomorrow, is Mother Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Ramsey Jolly. She gets over to Kennedy. When you're that filled out for you and help. First goal is marker Derek Moxley concrete service. Harris County Athletics along with Bashir Skabota. Just because it's located in Opelika, don't think that's not a big supporter of Harris County Athletics. Is Joe Dasher, who is at every football home game. And then he said he loves watching games on the road. And then I remember we got a fan sent me a picture of a Harris County Athletics fan sent me a picture. They was on vacation in Mexico, and they were watching Harris County Athletics down there, and it's pretty cool to be able to have that reach. And we can't do it without the support of these sponsors. And Georgia Alabama Sports Live would like to thank Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Gordy Eye Care, Buffalo Rock, and Kinetic Credit Union, and Harris County. Kudzu Sports would like to thank, on the Harris County side of things, State Farm agent Rick Knight, and just his support's been incredible. And, him reaching out, wanting to be a part of this, and knowing, hey, y'all got something going with his broadcast, and him wanting to be a part of the team and help us out. And also Sheriff Mike Jolly, he's the same way. He was at these games, a football game, and he's like, man, watch all y'all stuff. I want to help y'all out and want to be a supporter, and he is. So we'd like to thank Harris County Sheriff's Office and State Farm agent Rick Knight, along with the CaroliteColin.org. Absolutely go there, get on that website, get on their page. You just go to Kudzu and you'll find where I tag them on stuff. It's a great organization built out of an absolute tragedy, but, man, what they're doing for youth sports around Harris County has been insane. They had a 5K over the weekend. Me and Ethan went to it. They wanted, Thrift Behringer got the MC. He's the MC for all kind of events around Columbus and all that. And me and Ethan got on the mic and just kind of roasted people more than we did anything else. But, we made time go by. But that crowd was incredible there. I think they had, 200 runners?
Yeah, it seemed like it. It was a great turnout.
And they're such good sports about things. Now, when we say we're picking at people as they're running, but it was also encouraging the runners and helping them out, because that track was not easy. That was not a fair 5. They had hills.
Yeah.
It was gravel all over the place. So it was a great job by the runners to get it. We're going to try to post the funny clip that me and Thrift had. We were doing that live read and, promoting. I think we were on Georgia Alabama Sports Live at that one. And they had 2 guys just sprinting hard as they could. It was a pretty funny interaction that me and Thrift had. We'll have that. I put it in for the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Top 10. Believe it or not, me and Thrift do not have anything to do with what makes that. I think that's what makes the list so good is, it's not in our hands on what play makes it.
Yeah.
So we did submit the sprinters at the 5K because that was such an incredible moment to see. But going back to Carolite Colin, nothing leads. Grace gets it over to Bailey. Bailey kicks it, just a group of them right here. Kennedy Miller's got it. There's a whistle. Marissa Worth had it. I guess maybe we got offsides. Either way, it's Jackson's ball. Here's going to go and try to get it back before Jackson can kind of build up any kind of threat. That's what Jane Riley does. She throws it in. They love getting Aubrey on that sideline, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
She goes over the middle. There's Grace. Seward was trying to get it. Kendon Miller coming in to help out. Ball goes rolling down the side. It's going to be Maynard Jackson Jaguars ball. That goes out. And it's going to be County now. Let's see. KP, I thought Ramsey was going to inbound it. She was on the other one. The ball was already in play, and now we're. And that's going to. Saw a flag go up pretty quick on that one to change possession. Caitlin Riley has it. Good move over there. Aubrey with it, and right to the goalie. Mentioned Wednesday here at the Harris County High Schools, the Region 3 championships in track and field. If you get a chance during the day, come up here and check them out as the boys and girls having a great season. No whistle on the player getting knocked over. The track and field, the girls, remember last year, Harris County came up 2 points away at state for winning the state championship.
Looks like Riley Markert on the sideline. She might come back in this game. I mean, that didn't look to be like a good injury there. I mean, when you get those sudden stops and they fall, it never is good.
Good to see that she's getting ready to come back in. Caitlin going to chase that one down. She does. She stops and comes back the other way with it. That's Jane Riley with it, and it goes out.
This defense is continuing to be very dominant. I mean, we have hardly seen any play down here on the right side of the field.
Harris County, you're right, doing a great job of playing keep away.
Mm-hmm.
And when Maynard Jackson does get it, they get it right back, boot it down to the other end of the field, and just kind of keep it down here. Maynard Jackson going to have the ball here. They're going to throw it in. And just like that, Kennedy Miller comes up with it. She's going to get it over here to Olivia. And it goes right back to Maynard Jackson. Everywhere Jackson tries to kick it, it seems like two or three black shirts pop up. There's Ramsey getting in there. Looked like there's good defense going on by Ramsey Jolly, but it drew a whistle. Nice header by KP for nothing now because the whistle came up. KP going to LaGrange College, continue her education and playing career. Applegate finally gets the ball. Let's see what she's looking for somebody to dump it off to. Then she'll kick it out here to Aubrey. And good job right there by Maynard Jackson. That ball sounded like a shotgun coming off her foot. Big bounce. Aubrey Mertz chasing it down. And it's going to go out and go back to the Lady Jaguars. KP chasing it down. She keeps it in bounds. A nice play right there by Maynard Jackson as Natalie Harms came boot scooting all the way across the field and sliding in.
Harris County with the possession now. This one's going to roll. Substitution looks like Chloe Cole coming back in the game for Harris County. Passes it in. They go straight to Cole, trying to get her in on the action instantly, but it's going to roll out. Jackson turns it over now. Here's Harris County. And a good save there by McClung. That's going to roll out of bounds. So now Harris County with the ball. Deep kick all the way downfield. Here comes Harris County. Now that's kicked out of bounds by Jackson. Passes it in. Here's Cole on the attack. And it's stolen. McClung with the ball here for Harris County. Passes it across the middle. Some contact there. And that is going to go out of bounds. Possession goes to Maynard Jackson. Deflected and goes out of bounds. So back out is Maynard Jackson, but it's going to go right back out of bounds. We'll have a substitution here. Caitlin Riley coming into the game. They'll let that roll out of bounds, so Maynard Jackson will take over. Passes it in. And now a good play there from Harris County to get the steal. Some more contact there. And maybe an opportunity. Back out to Harris County. That's Ramsey Jolly with it. Back. Deep shot. And here's Jackson on the attack. And now stolen. And Harris County going back to the other end. Some good defense being played right now. Passes it across the middle, and that is going to go out of bounds. Looked like pretty solid defense there, but she's going to get called there, and it's going to be possession Maynard Jackson. So now opportunity here for them. She'll kick it away from about the 31-yard line. There's the kick. And some trouble here maybe, and that is going to be saved. What a save there. Harris County trying to get it out of there now. They will. More contact there, but what a huge save there. Now looks like we have an injured Tiger there towards the net.
It looked like that was Riley Markert, who just came back into the game a little bit ago. Great call on that, Ethan. You could see her come in the backside as that ball was definitely going in. And I think she hit her leg maybe on the goal post when she was going for that save, and may have saved Harris County's season.
Yeah.
Preventing the overtime, as that ball absolutely was headed to the back of the goal.
Under 20 minutes to play. So that huge save. And Harris County still has the lead. And the County back on the attack here. Passes all the way downfield. And they'll pass it to the goalie now. She'll kick it away. Now it's Maynard Jackson with it. And that is going to roll out of bounds. And it'll be Harris County ball. Kicks it away. And now that's Seward that boots it downfield. And now Hetzel got close there, but nothing comes of it. Here's now a steal. There's Harris County again. They turn it over. Long kick downfield. That'll give an opportunity for Applegate. See what she does with it. Boots it downfield. Nice kick there from Estes to get it out of there. And here's Seward flying to get the steal. And this is going to roll all the way downfield and go out of bounds. Here she comes again. That makes another good defensive play there. She's been all over the place.
Yes, she saved that goal. And I think Riley Markert come in and went to avoid her, ran into the goalpost, how she hurt her leg. And Grace with the play of the game so far. That was such an incredible heads-up defensive play. Really don't see that too much because you think your instincts just use your hands to keep it out there like the goalie. You should come flying in there, saving it for Lady Tigers.
Substitution for Harris County. That's Katie Widener coming in for Kennedy Miller. Jackson passes it in. And a long kick to get it out of there and prevent any more damage. Maynard Jackson back on the attack. This is going to get away. Applegate comes sliding and saves it. Looks like turf may have gotten to her eye. Or possibly even a foot there. That was close. Kudzu Sports would like to thank the Harris County Sheriff's Office and Gordy Eye Care. The first round of the GHSA playoffs here tonight. 1-0 game. Harris County up. Also would like to thank Rick Knight at State Farm. This looks like Applegate will stay in the game. Good sign there for Harris County. Long kick. Downfield now. Harris County on the attack. Kicks it downfield. And now a shot and just misses. That was close. They almost made it a 2-0 game there. Looked like here comes Maynard Jackson back on the attack. And that one's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Harris County ball. And looks like we'll have a substitution. That's Kennedy Miller coming back in. And now here comes Harris County. Opportunity across the middle. Passes it. Nothing comes of it. And now Estes kicks it and just misses, and so it'll be no goal there for Harris County, so it'll remain a 1-0 game. And now it's Maynard Jackson, passes it in. That'll roll back out of bounds. Possession stays with Maynard Jackson. Applegate, nice kick there to get it out of there. Just under 12 minutes to play. So possession Harris County here. Seward passes it in downfield. Intended target was Bailey Hetzel. See, passes it across the middle again. And that is going to go out of bounds. Harris County trying to hold up here these final 10 minutes. They've done it all game. They just need to hold up a couple more minutes and they can secure themselves a playoff victory. Mertz tries to save it but can't get there, so possession to Maynard Jackson. They're going to say that one went out of bounds, so back to Harris County it goes. One rolls out of bounds, so winner of this game will face Blessed Trinity. So here comes Harris County back on the attack. And now maybe an opportunity, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Here, just over 8 minutes to play. Kicks it out of bounds. Passes it in, and looks like it'll be Jackson ball. They kick it downfield. So now back on the attack is Harris County, but stolen again from Jackson. Trying to look for some offense here late in the game. Still with it now, back to Harris County. That's Markert, who passes it across the middle, and it's going to ricochet off a Maynard Jackson player. Now a kick that's going to go out of bounds. Kick across the middle, and it's going to miss. Couldn't get a clean look there to get a shot off. So Maynard Jackson will take over. And now a turnover. Harris County will have it. So passes it. And now Ramsey Jolly trying to play some defense here. Here's Jane Riley who passes it. And now a chance for Aubrey, but nothing comes of it. And Maynard Jackson trying to get that ball in as quickly as they can as they see that time ticking away. Down by 1. Applegate with it. Try and get this out of there. Has to get out. She'll pick it up. Action down there at all in the second half. Even in the first half, she didn't. So Harris County back with it. That's Markert who passes it. And now back across the middle. Here's Hetzel with the shot, but it's blocked. And now another opportunity, and it is missed. Oh, it's a goal. It rolled out the back of the goal, and it goes in, and Harris County has a 2-0 lead. So that could be the dagger, and Harris County now well on their way to a victory. So now they'll just have to play some defense here for the final minute. So if Harris County can hang on, just some discussion here. So if Harris County can hold on, they'll play either Cartersville or Blessed Trinity. So under 4 minutes to play. And there's the whistle. Here's the kick across the middle, and it's blocked. Ramsey Jolly with a huge block there, and trying to get it out of the out of their own end. And another kick there. That'll roll all the way downfield, and now McClung has it, but it's going to go out of bounds. Just under 3 to play here in Harris County. Passes it in. That's going to hit Hetzel. And here comes Maynard Jackson with it. we'll see what happens here. Deep kick to get it out of there, and gotta mention again how well this defense has played today. A huge save down here at the beginning of the 2 minutes to play. And Harris County has, well, they don't have possession anymore. Now it's back to Maynard Jackson. Kick downfield, that's Grace Seward that has it. And she'll just kick it out of bounds. Stolen. Now under a minute to play. So Harris County is going to secure a playoff win here and advance to the next round. As I mentioned, they'll either play Cartersville or Blessed Trinity. Deep kick. Won't get it. And now Harris County will take over. Final 10 seconds of the game. And looks like that'll do it. Well, maybe. So that'll do it. Harris County defeat one of the
Goer Gate. I think the ball out of the back of Miller was the one that got it. And I hate the ball kind of squirted out the back of the net.
Yeah.
And kind of that unsure, but, man, what a game. What a way to win. You mentioned it, Cartersville and the upset to win that game, but really here at home how well they play.
Yeah. Much. And, they got
to the girls, the baseball, the region championships here. Harris County has it.
Yeah.
But if it is going to rank his group of girls over there, I think we're out. What a play. It's the plays we've seen in a while. So sponsors out. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their value support of athletics and activities. Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership, Zuno, Atlanta S Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. And then Kudzu Sports would really like to thank GHSA for giving us this opportunity to broadcast. Streaming is people Maynard Jackson win. Action, not just these girls. It's in Pettit. Action, not just these girls.